Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, we just had Kabam's January live stream, and there are a few actually cool things to talk about, and we are gonna get through all of them as quickly as I can. So basically, we are gonna go over everything that's worthwhile and meaningful that we found out from this stream. There are a couple of announcements, basically that Imperios and Stealthy, this is your last day trying to get them. Banquets finished and done. Alliance Coliseum rewards are coming out today. I know quite a lot of you guys are waiting for that. And there's a motion comic, and found a new saga is starting, which is going to be basically Fang and whatnot there. Things are getting wild in the contest. Savage Lands are spreading, but it's kind of like a flavor text. What we do need to know is that Stellar Forge Star-Lord is gonna come and be available in the new incursions. One second. How far is the incursion thing? There you go. Glitch incursions is where we get the final piece of Star-Lord. So it means January the 21st is the moment, the time, the day that we are going to be able to change in our Star-Lord pieces and actually test out the Star-Lord. We do have a bit of gameplay coming up for that as well in just a second. What we do want to know is that Toad is going to be the new Saga Chase champion. Toad's also tuned up slightly. We're going to see a bit of gameplay there. Saga themed double track champion is Kitty Pryde, by the way. Saga themed raids, Saga sales, Saga themed meta events, glitch incursions, dimensional arcade. Alliance War Encounter Showcase is going to come later on. Saga themed AQ event, as well as Saga incursions and more. So Tooth and Claw is the name of the saga. Tuned up Toad is who we are going to be trying to get there. Then, again, last day to get these two. Big thing, Saga Tag is basically going to get applied to both Founders War and Tooth and Claw champions. And one cool thing about the Saga boosts later on is going to be that every Saga champion is going to get a Fractured Power Bar, which should be quite exciting. Now, Thor Ragnarok did win our Summoner's Choice Tune-Up reward, by the way. And starting January, Twitch drops are going to be open basically to all the content creators, including the initial drops from Kabam stream that do include 1 to 2 7-star rank up gem. But also in like a week, we're going to get more details, and we're going to start working towards the Thor Ragnarok. That's going to be open to all MCOC content creators, so do follow me on Twitch as well. So, moving further, glitched incursions, as I said, starting January the 21st until February the 4th. And the base idea is that you're going to get 8 boss hacks in the first 10 rooms, and it's going to be kind of like crazy and wild and hard. So you're going to be, you know, stacked and jacked and nuking. But then further on, obviously, the rooms are going to get quite messy. But the distribution here of the event is going to be that you're going to have to run it twice, because there are going to be 2 different events. So move through these incursions both weeks for solo objectives, and final objective is going to be Stellar Forge Star-Lord piece that you will be able to get there. So I personally look forward to this, because Saga incursions in general is often like one very, very fun hour of MCOC with kind of like mad interactions. Right, further on we have another side event. And that new side event, hey, we got a hype chest on Twitch. Nice, thank you guys. Another side event is going to be from January 14th, so this is going to start earlier, before the incursions. And it's going to be that basic side event where we do have that one map where we enter, it's 3 fights and the boss, and then we can choose whether we go straight to the boss or collect all the rewards. You know, the one that looks like a half circle, kind of like a horseshoe with smaller horseshoes around it. And it is going to have the Fractured Power Bar. So we're going to just go in there, choose whether we want to do all 3 fights and get all the rewards, or skip straight to the boss. And then, yeah, we can likely have some very fun interactions, because Doctor Strange buffed with the Fractured Power Bar, that sounds like a dream, because one of the biggest problems using Doctor Strange is too much power. You have to land that heavy attack. Right. Additionally, everybody gets a 7-star Rhino. Now, this will change the game, because whether we do like to admit it or not, Rhino is gonna be a nasty defender. And the good thing about it is that everybody is gonna have access to him, so we all can suffer together. Right, that is gonna come through the Realm event that is gonna start on January the 14th. So together with this event of Fractured Safari, and effectively we're gonna take part in the other events that I mentioned so far, like using Saga champions in Fractured Safari, or use different champion classes in glitch incursions. collect film rolls from objectives and trade them in, and once you do, you effectively get the 7-star Rhino, but we all have to work together towards that. So there you go. 7-star Rhino. Hope you guys have your science awakening gems ready. The double track champion has been confirmed, and that is Kitty Pryde. So $30 for Kitty Pryde. I'm sure that plenty of you will make that deal in a heartbeat. Objectively speaking, double track is still one of the best deals that Kabam offers to players, and that should allow you fairly easy access to Kitty Pryde. Obviously, you can buy the days early in order to be able to exchange and use her early as well, but that is going to start tomorrow. By the way, the double track is coming live in January the 7th. Kitty Pryde, we do have a bit of gameplay, and they actually showcase like a very fun fight against Bullseye, because Kitty can do Bullseye in a trolley way, where you kind of like make him evade you on purpose whilst you're phasing, and then he starts hitting you, but he bypasses miss. So you're not taking any damage, and you're gaining a ton of power, and you're just spamming your specials. Basically, it's kind of fun. So where Kitty Pryde will land in the metagame, obviously we don't exactly know. However, you know, she will absolutely have her place in the game. She will absolutely have her uses, because as we all know, especially when you synergize her up with Tiger and Ghost, she can do some even gnarlier things. We already saw this. I'm not going to play the full clip. John Jameson, we saw the gameplay. We have seen the deep dive. Basically, to be frank, you know, I hope he's better than he looks, because of the gameplay that they showcased here, as well that they played live on stream. Again, I do have my reservations about the champion. He's basically Mojo mixed with Spiral type of deal, except, you know, Dancing Blade stunning the opponent, you inflict Falter on the opponent, you do prompts throughout the fight, and then your special attacks power burn the opponent. That's kind of basically it. You can put also cover this on opponents, which will help you in some of the mutant matchups, including Kitty Pryde, by the way, because you disable the prowess there. However, still, I'm not the most enthusiastic about the champion. I hope he's good. Don't get me wrong. I hope every champion coming to the game is good. I'm just slightly skeptical based on what I have seen. However, obviously, I can and will adjust that if I see something that convinces me otherwise. But pre-release bundles available in 2 days from now, on January the 8th. Crystals and Arena on January the 15th. Moving on, Doctor Strange. I have already uploaded a gameplay clip on this. Doctor Strange, I think, is an amazing, fun, great buff. I don't necessarily think he's going to be a Battlegrounds type buff, but Alliance War, Coliseum, those are the type of contents where I can see him shine. He's absolutely great for Serpent. He's good for Imperiosa. He's not good for Dark Phoenix. He's not good for Thanos. Therefore, that, again, kind of sets him limitations in Battlegrounds. But overall, very fun buff. You spam more specials than just about with any champion in the game, and I absolutely love that. Now, Doctor Strange, again, I released a video on his buff yesterday. You guys can go and check it out. But basically, he still has his 3 phases and has largely kept his identity. You'll also be able to get him from pre-release bundles on January the 20th, if you choose to do so. Crystals and Arena on January the 29th. Star-Lord Stellar Forge, as I said, you will be able to get him from January the 21st, when you get the final piece in the glitched incursions. And effectively, it's a modern take on Star-Lord. His special attack 1 and 2 has been swapped in places. He has different effects on his element gun. And he has much lower ceiling of his damage, because he largely gets increases in crit rating and crit damage and slight increase in attack. But he ramps up faster, and he does have some more abilities available to him. So here we can see him in action. Also, his ramp up is persistent now, so it goes from fight to fight, which is quite awesome. He should be quite usable in Coliseum type content. His biggest contribution to the world by far and away is going to be the fact that he is a top 20 prestige champion. So approximately 73% of the people watching right now, you filthy little whales, will still end up taking him to rank 4, Sig 200, regardless if his damage output would be equivalent to Groot's. So there we go. But that is what Star-Lord does. That is how he behaves. Realistically, though, matchup-wise, he doesn't have too many great matchups. There isn't like extra added amount of utility. He doesn't counter Wade for Spider-Woman. He doesn't counter Miss for Photon, or deals with debuffs for Photon, for instance. He has no way to bypass Things protection. And you know, he doesn't bypass auto block and so on and so forth. It really doesn't have too much of utility. in that type of sense. But again, that just means he's not going to be like a Battlegrounds champion. That could easily mean that, again, Coliseum could be a place for him to shine, potentially somewhere else. It looks quite fun, to be honest, as well. I do personally look forward to using him myself. But again, you're going to be typically using him against like She-Hulk or Hulk or something like that, because the utility is just quite not there. Hopefully the damage will be. Right, Toad received a tune-up as well, so heavy attack now purifies and paralytic poison. Toad is the chase champion, just a reminder there. So he got slightly bit better. I kind of liked him before as well. Them making him slightly better, why not? Again, we'll see what kind of impact he leaves on the game. Besides Toad, we have Deathless Vision. Realistically, why bother? Kabam made him easier to ramp, but they reduced his max damage slightly, and it was shit to begin with. In order for Vision to become good, he needed two things. He needed more damage and better power control, basically. Kabam gave him no better power control. Well, slightly, tiny bit better power control. But it just is irrelevant. And basically, they just made him ramp up faster, but reduced his peak damage. So, no, he's just nowhere good enough. Like, he's still the shittiest Deathless champion that we have. So, again, why bother? Falcon, Hawk, and Taurus is kind of easier to use. I actually will release a video on Hawk and Taurus and Deathless Vision as well. I have been quite busy, so I just made a strange video yesterday. But he has become better. But ultimately, the tune-up was never going to solve his problem, because Falcon, Hawk, and Taurus has exactly one ability. That ability is slow. That's it. He doesn't do anything else. He doesn't have anything else. He inflicts slow, take it or leave it. And therefore, again, regardless of what they do with that kit, unless they gave him something else that he's good at, I don't think he was ever going to make any significant impact on the game. He's a better version of himself. The problem is that he himself sucks and doesn't do anything. But that's my personal opinion. You guys can have yours, and obviously he can be a fun questing champion. Right, next up, now this is a brain-dead move. I swear to God, this is the thing that makes me want to smash my head in my desk against my keyboard. Remember Doom Cycle? Remember that like 8-bit video game style that you pressed in the game? It took us to like a browser extension, and we had to do this whole like mini game type style thing. Kabam thought it was such a resounding success and brought it back. So they did make changes to it. So there are more entries per day and significantly more engaging gameplay style, which whatever. Higher score earned for skilled gameplay, well, still different. Rhythmic gameplay falls closer in line with MCOC mechanics, less grindy objectives. Okay, all of those are improvements, but they are improvements on something incredibly shit nobody wants. Okay, barely anybody wants. Nightwing 2380, I see you there. But, really, if I want to play an 8-bit, game from 1987... I'm gonna download an emulator and do that. So I just conceptually think it's still bad, but whatever. Maybe it's super fun. Maybe it's exciting. Maybe it's engaging. But that's how it basically works. And that's gonna be like part of the side event. So at the very least, let's hope the rewards are good. So the Solo Coliseum is a big thing. The Solo Coliseum is the entire centerpiece of this stream, basically, because Solo Coliseum has some juicy rewards. So, similar loop to Alliance Coliseum without podiums, levels, or XP gain, that makes it infinitely better in my book, because that is the thing that ruins Alliance Coliseum to me. Number one, the fact that you have to play 3 days in a row, there's no leeway. But, additionally, the podiums and XP levels, there's no reason for podiums and XP levels to exist aside from Kabam being able to monetize that game mode. Since in Solo Coliseum we don't have to deal with that, I like it better immediately. Fight through multiple health bars with no timer. Every health bar cleared earns you points. Multiple Coliseum bosses to choose from eventually. A new one will be added every 2 weeks. Earn points to work towards juicy milestones. And they are juicy indeed. At launch, you will be able to get 80 points per boss. 1 health bar equals 1 point. Each fight will have champion tag restrictions, similar to classic objectives. A new boss will be available every 2 weeks. You have the entire duration of 2 weeks to earn your 80 points, basically. And the rewards are good. The rewards are good. So, for Valiant players, full reward overview is going to be 32,500 Titan shards, 25,000 7-star shards, 7-star, Nexus times 2, 7-star 5 Champion Nexus times 1, Titan Nexus, 7-star Saga Signature Stones times 60, 7-star Generic 6 times 40, Class Awakening Gem Shards times 10,000, 7-star Relic Nexus times 1, Tier 2 Celestial Alloy times 3, Class Rank 4 Gem 1, so a Rank 4 Gem, Tier 5 Alpha 1.5, so this gives you Tier 5 Alpha. This should be crazy good. I absolutely look forward to this one. The rewards from the Coliseum basically overshadow everything and anything existing in the game right now, because it's going to give you 3 Tier 7 Basics, a Rank 4 Gem, and Tier 5 Alpha times 1.5. So that is some crazy rewards right there. Full reward overview again. So this is just a summary of that. And the final bit that we do have to talk about is the Summoner's Choice. And these are our options. So this is effectively meant to be alternate versions of the champions that we already have in the game. And we have Colossus, Age of Apocalypse. A lot of people could like that. I kind of like it. It's one of my top 2 picks, personally. Daredevil Drummer of Philly. Nobody gives a shit. I don't care who that is. I don't want to know who that is. He sounds like, you know, whatever. Screw that guy. Phantasma, Isabel Alvarez. I personally don't know yet. I will make a separate video, kind of like after I have looked into these champions a little bit more, but apparently Phantasma, something, whatever. You know, Iron Fist. Yeah, whatever. Iron Fists. After Iron Fist series, I don't think anybody will ever like Iron Fist in the history of Iron Fisting anybody. Because that Netflix TV show did irreparable damage to the image of Iron Fist, as far as I'm concerned. But there you go. Nebula, Nova Prime. Now that's a lady I can get behind. Now I do like the idea of Nebula mixed with Yondu. I just do. That is probably the champion that I would want to go with. I just think, you know, Nebula in between her robotic mechanics with Yondu and Yak Arrow, that could be quite nice. And that is what I'm thinking of voting. It's Colossus, Age of Apocalypse, or Nebula No Prime. Unfortunately, regardless of my opinion, it doesn't matter, because we all know who's going to win, and that's Poor Grind. It's like Venom Spider-Ham. Like, evil, mean, venomy Spider-Ham. Here's the thing. I know enough of you twisted little suckers that we all know Poor Grind's winning. You guys are a very simple group to please. A champion in a suit must be good. Mr. Knight it is. Piggy, Spider-Man in a Venom suit, that's what we're going for. We might have 987 Spider characters, and that's who you're gonna vote for. I mean, I know, it's like, regardless of what I say here, Venom Pig is winning. I think it's stupid that Kabam even put this up as a vote, or included him in the vote, leaving no other champion a choice. We all know that a Venom Pig will win. But okay, fine, whatever. Anyways, there's a Venom Pig. Then there's Spider-Man, which actually is really funny, and if it's ma'am to you, that makes me chuckle. So it's Aunt May Spider-Man, basically. And then we have a Storm Phoenix, so Storm with Phoenix Force. Also kind of cool, I guess, but I doubt that she has much of a chance coming up against Venom Pig. Right, there you go. Let's move on to the next one. So how it's going to work: each round, complete fights in-game to earn votes in 3 chain solo objectives. Collect additional votes daily per round to strengthen up your vote if you want. And that is effectively what you're up to. And that's kind of it. So there was a bit of solo Coliseum, and there's like a motion comic that will switch sound off. The motion comic is kind of cool, so I'll leave it here in the background. There was a narration, which I cannot play, otherwise YouTube's going to copyright it, but hey, there are some cool things and visuals here, and one thing that I do want to show you from this. So, let's take a quick look in the background in just a moment, and you guys can strategize who that is. That champion right there. Probably M'Baku, right? It's the feed him to the monkeys guy. But here you go. It is kind of cool motion comic, and we're gonna see magic in a second. So that probably means 7-star magic is very, very close to being released in the game. Additionally to everything else. right? There are 2 very good reasons to be saving your radiance for magic right now. Reason number 1 and reason number 2. Okay, but there you go. That's basically the motion comic. And that was Kabam's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about